Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of American Horror Story Season 10, Episode 7. If you were new to my channel, welcome. I am Lady T. I like to do reviews on scripted reality shows as well as scripted shows. If you're returning, you one of my peoples, welcome back. So let's get into this comment from last week. It's from Jen Fontaine or Fontaine. I apologize if I messed up your name. She said, This episode made me so angry. I was swearing at the TV. So many loose ends, and the scene that took up way too much time that had no see through. I am truly disappointed. I hate Alma and wanted her to get hers. I wish Dora cut Alma's throat and ate Harry and grabbed her baby and saved him. Oh, yeah. I wanted Alma to get it too. Harry, he got his, but that was by way of Alma, which I wasn't surprised. I told y'all from doggone 2 minutes in the episode that Alma wasn't about to write. And we kept on seeing that progress, how she was being shady towards her mama. And then Harry talking about some I've outgrown you because I'm taking this doggone pill that's making me a little bit better. Yeah, I wanted something to happen to Alma, but I don't think Doris, was that her name? Yeah. She couldn't take her that baby. Them doggone the pop lock and show the pad vampires would have doggone ate that baby alive. I mean, not that the baby was better off with doggone Ursula and the chemist. Yeah, and being left around Alma. Yeah, but I was disappointed as well. I was mad. I was mad and sad that what's her name? Belle and Austin got theirs because I love it. I love those two. I am mad that Carrot and Mickey, they had to no longer be here. I would have loved to see them, even though it's a messed up. She could have still been painting and well, I guess she took that pill, but like you done already took it. So y'all might as well make the best of it. But she said she wasn't gonna do that. But I was like, you was already stealing babies. So it's not like you was a good person in any of this. I'm just saying. But let's get on into this episode. Y'all, I was worried because I was like, how are they going to, mix these two together? I was worried about like how was we going, because we be going good and then it's like, the whole episode you're like, huh? That don't make no sense. This is a bad episode. So we starting off, it's 1954, Albuquerque, New Mexico. And we got this lady, she's in the kitchen cooking while her son is outside playing in his little bicycle car. It looked like a car, but you got to pedal it, so I'm gonna call it a bicycle car. And I'm like, they was wearing heels while cooking and cleaning during the 50s. I'm like, okay, girl. I mean, you do you. Now, it was some things that I started side-eyeing. Well, a lot of things I was side-eyeing. First of all, this tornado coming, ma'am, you don't hear the tornado coming. I've never been in like a scene or tornado or anything like that, but I heard it sound like a train. And if I can hear the train from my house and it's maybe like a half a mile away, how come you did not hear this train? Granted, you had your record player going, but how come you didn't hear this train? This is when the record player got to going backwards, the clock got to doing something weird. And I'm like, either you in a trance, I hope you in a trance. If not, how come you not, okay, something looking weird. Let me go get my child from outside. So after she snaps out of that, she goes to the window. Timmy, I don't even know if the child's name was Timmy, but we gonna call him Timmy right now. Timmy, ma'am, you could have ran outside and got your child. By the time she does get out there, car there, little Timmy gone. Tornado swirling, doing his thing, standing in one spot. So she comes in the house to go call the doggone authorities, and she hear Timmy on the phone. Man, where do you think Timmy went off to make a phone call? Because it didn't look like y'all had neighbors that was that close to where he could have ran, knocked on the door, or people went to the door and got him, brought him in to get the phone. You was literally at the door 4 seconds ago. And then Timmy pops in and you're like, Timmy! Ma'am. So Timmy was able to get off the phone and then get over here while you still on the phone. You not noticing that these things ain't weird? You not noticing that things is weird over here? And that Timmy talking like he don't normally talk? I know this is not the 50s, but still, you Timmy's mama, you should know that this don't sound like Timmy. So by the time the husband get home, oh, his name is Timmy because I wrote that down. Anyway, the husband come home. She in mid float, just in the air floating. He calling out her name. Sir, before this day, had your wife had the ability to float? Or has anybody had the ability to float? Let me had walked in the house and my husband was floating. Shutting that door. And I'm leaving. I don't need to know what's going on. That's none of my business. Apparently you floating now. I don't need to know what's going on. I don't need to call your name. See you floating? All right. I'm gone. I don't know nothing. I don't see nothing. I learned that from an episode. We ain't had nothing to do with floating. I forgot. It was like an unsolved mysteries or something like that. This person was holding up people at this like laundry, like it was some kind of store. And the people was coming, it's like, if you come to the back, you'll be okay. This one man is like, come to the back. He's like, you know what? I don't know nothing. I ain't seen nothing. Walked out and he lived to tell the tale. Everybody else didn't. I would have walked it, wouldn't even have said nothing. Stepped back, shut the door, and went on about my business. But no, so now you want to doggone ask questions. Now you sitting here in the arms of the angel with your head gone. Your head just exploded. Now, the president of the United States, he is called to a site where an aircraft has landed. And they're like, we don't know if this is from Russia. We don't know if this is from China. While this is going on, everything was in black and white. Because, we got to get the feel that it's the 50s. And close by, that's like, sir, president, come over here. I'm like, this is the president. Maybe we shouldn't have him running over there to like random, naked people. But okay, you're supposed to, tell the president what's going on. Why are we taking him to this site? I thought we were supposed to, get the information and then take it back to him. Not him getting the first hand, look at things. Well, she says her name is Amelia Earhart. Once they get her back to, I guess, what is going to become Area 51. I think that's what it is. She says how she was poked and she was prodded and like it was just the worst. And she was like, the president's like, I'll be here for you. I'm the president, Dwight Eisenhower. She's like, no, you're not. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That's not. The president's name is Franklin Roosevelt. Where am I? I need to get up out of here because y'all out here lying. Well, she had been gone for like 20 some years and we didn't have a plethora of presidents instead. So, I mean, I would be freaking out too if I popped up somewhere and they talking about Biden is no longer president. I'm going to be like, something right. I don't know what to do right now, but I need to get out of this situation. And then come to find out, he doggone it, 2 months pregnant. So the float mama, she goes to the base and starts just exploding heads. It first started off with these two scientists, they over there, doing an autopsy on an alien. And like, that's like, he ain't got no organs or anything like that. I was like, well, he's an alien. We don't know where his organs are at. So, I mean, for all we know, all the organs could be in his head. The head kind of big and everything. Next thing you know, a big old glob of gack. A thicker gack, if you will. Now, y'all 80s babies, 90s kids, y'all know what gack is. And if you don't, look it up. Nickelodeon gack. shot on dude's face. Oh, can't breathe. Other scientists trying to pull it off. Once he pulled it off, it flops on his face. First dude head gone, no longer here. Cause the floating mama, she done got there, cause she under the control of, the aliens and whatnot. Eyes all white. The president trying to talk to her calmly like this is a everyday occurrence. Like, hey, look here, I just would like for you to stop, killing folks and whatnot. We just want you to listen to us. And she was like, President, you will listen to us. I was like, well, snap. She said what she said and she meant it. Now we went to commercial, and when we came back, I kind of sort of thought that I had flipped the channel by accident because, like, we in present day, and I guess I may have been looking down at my notes or whatever, but it's like present day, and I was like, hold up, what's going on? Well, it's these four friends. They've been knowing each other since they was children. One of the young ladies is like she's dating this professor, and he just got into her. Got she didn't took on his traits like I don't use technology like that. Like, of course, I have to get on a computer to type up my to send my notes off, but I don't use cell phones, I don't use computers, she don't use all those things. And my first thought was, is the professor married and this is his way of you not calling his phone? That's where my mind went. Oh, he don't use technology. He don't want you to know that he can't have you calling him. That's it. But these four decide, let's go on a little picnic without any electronics in the desert. I'm like, y'all couldn't have done that in the backyard for a few days. Like, you got a nice big tent because y'all will still be without y'all phones. Why do we have to go into the desert? Desert hot. Desert pitch black at night. Desert could have who know what animal or who would knows, killer out here. But hey, so one, y'all don't have your phones. Two, y'all in the desert where y'all can get attacked and no one would know. Three, they just wandering around in the desert. And four, they see some cows that look like they've been drained of their blood, and one of the cows get to moving. There's no blood around the cows, but they've been drained of their blood, and one of the cows moving. Mooing, I mean. So they decide, yes, it's time to get up out of here. So as they're driving, big old light. I was like, okay, so it's time for y'all to get abducted because y'all was out here, in the midst of the desert where nobody would know what would happen to you. Okay, I get it. Not really sure why old girl needed to get a better look at these. Just like I didn't know why Harry needed to get a good closer look at the doggone deer on episode 1. It's roadkill. You drive around it and go about your business. That's what you do. But no. Now, as they trying to leave, this is when they get sitting there in the spaceship and hovered and tentacles coming in and choking them in left and right. And they come to, like, first the car was acting crazy. Then we see this bright light. Now, this must some drive. Ma'am, the car is not working. I can't make it drive, okay? Stop backseat driving. So they come to, and I didn't notice it at first, but I noticed, there was 2 women and 2 men. I noticed old girl wasn't there. And they driving, she's like, where is Michaela? Her name ain't Michaela. I don't know. We're going to call her Michaela. Where is Michaela at? And they was like, what? And Michaela, she outside the car about to get hit. And he was like, oh my goodness, what was that? Then they realized after she gets in the car, she's like, you're driving? He's like, yes. So she's like, you weren't driving at first. Then they realize they're all in different seats. That would have freaked me out. That we driving, we somehow unconscious, and when we come to, I'm in a different seat. Now everybody throwing up and everybody's sick. I was like, they pregnant. They is pregnant. And I was like, the bathroom layout at Homegirl's house was odd because the toilet was behind the door. I was like, that's not practical. What if you sitting on the toilet going and somebody comes swinging in and the door hits you? But yeah, now everybody pregnant. Now I don't know why the men had to get pregnant or how that gonna work, but everybody pregnant. I'm interested to see what's happening. I did not get in. Besides the president, I did not get anybody's name added that for a group. So, y'all know how I am with names. So, I'm going to try to do better as the storyline goes on. You know, it took me a minute to get Harry and Alma's them name together. So, y'all, that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you were new to my channel, welcome. So for the subscribers, free all day, every day, for $99. Make sure your notifications are on so my beautiful face puts a video. You can click on it, you can like it and share with your people, and you can come over here and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, oh, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.